So guys, news has it that drone belonging to the Nigerian Air Force has crashed somewhere in Niger State. Like you can see, this headline here says Nigerian Air Force CH drone has crashed near Kontagora, Niger State, Western Nigeria today. Nigerians are wondering if it was a crash or if the terror guys actually shot it down. Like this person said, was it shot down? Because I heard the terrorists acquired drone capability. It's not easy to shoot down a CH-4 drone. It takes a lot of capacity, so I just hope that Shegumi's forest trading hasn't gone nuclear. This is actually coming after the Nigerian Air Force fired about 30 terrorists. Like you can see, this headline here has it captured. This one says, airstrike kills 30 terrorists at wedding ceremony in Zamfara. 30 of them. You can see how these people move freely. They attend wedding ceremonies. They come out for, peace talk, and nobody dares them. But when they gathered this time, the Nigerian Air Force actually struck and was able to buy 30 of them, Nigerians, 30. And you can see this other headline here saying, airstrike kills over 30 terrorists gathered for wedding in Zamfara State. And this last headline here says, NAF strikes kills 30 terrorists in Zamfara. That's the Nigerian Air Force airstrikes kills 30 terrorists in Zamfara State. And Nigerians are wondering if they were trying to retaliate that led to the Air Force drone crashing somewhere in Niger State. So guys, let me quickly show you how some Nigerians are reacting to the Nigerian Air Force drone that is said to have crashed somewhere in Niger State. Many people are wondering, was it sabotaged by terrorist sympathizers, or was it because they bought it from China, which many people believe the quality may be low. Now see how these people are reacting. This person said, hope it is not sabotage. This thing provides real-time recon data that helps in bombing the hell out of ISWAP. ISWAP sympathizers within the army could jeopardize this piece of equipment. You've heard it. And this person said, hope it can be fixed, because this thing costs some good money. And this person replied and said, between 2.5 million US dollars each. That's the cost of what has just crashed, Nigerians. This is no small money. And this person said, these things are not mere accidents. They are sabotage. The war against terrorism can never succeed without weeding out saboteurs occupying highest and strategic positions. That is the same thing again if it was, sabotage by people within the military. We saw what happened to the general who was executed, how his location was traced by these terrorists, and people pointed to that sabotage being the main reason for that. Now, this other person here said, why the hell is the Nigerian military using cheap Chinese knockoffs? You all should go speak to Israel and buy some proper military gear and smoke some jihadi asses. That they should go to Israel if they really want to fight terrorism. And this person said, buying drones to attack terrorists from one of the countries that sponsor terrorism on your soil sounds crazy to me. Don't forget that the Chinese people have been accused of being the ones arming, these terror guys because they want to mine from our country. And now you're going to them to say, give me the weapon that will kill those terror guys. It's like you playing. And this other person here say, and you guys expect the US to leave war material for you to handle, for you to leave it in the bush for the terrorists as you guys usually do. So, and this other person here said, Chinese with bad military equipment. That was how most of the Chinese military weapons failed Cambodian soldiers in war and killed those soldiers. So guys, Nigerians are saying, why go to China if you are really serious about ending this insecurity? And this person say, why are military aircraft crashing in Niger State these days? I just hope there are no internal saboteurs. Nigerians still pointing to sabotage. And this person say, I am seeing a pattern here. Why do they crash aircraft so much in Nigerian Air Force? That is why do we have so many aircraft crashing in the Nigerian Air Force these days? And this other person here say, a CH-4 has a reputation for being less reliable compared to US drones. Multiple reports shows that countries operating the Chinese-made CH drone have experienced repeated crashes due to technical failures, raising concern about its battlefield utility. So they are still saying that this drone is not the best for fighting terrorism. This person say crash or shot down by criminals around the area. Always Niger State. The same thing. Always Niger State. And this person say drones that is helping Ukraine stand against Russia. See what Nigeria is doing. So guys, the Ukrainians have really used drones to win their battle, but in Nigeria we are not succeeding with ours. And this person say, are they trying to destroy these weapons for the sake of their dear terrorists? It seems some people are complaining of losing their soldiers to this drone attack. So Nigerians are still questioning if it was sabotaged or was it a real, was it because it was poorly made by China that led to the crash of the NFA CH-4 drone. Now guys, let me allow you to take a look at some of these videos I've got for you, and let me know your reaction in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Now take a look.
First, where is the president? From where did he make this so-called address to the Nigerian people? Here in our soil?
Oh, you're asking me?
No, it's a sarcastic question.
Oh, yeah, thank God you called this.
It had nothing to do with Nigerians.
It does.
Like my party said, clearly, he's disconnected from the realities on ground. The issue is that my brother, when he was reeling out word for word some of the things that the president said in his speech and all of that, I said, this is cramming. You have crammed what the president told the Nigerian people from somewhere we don't know. It's not. I'm not just asking because I just want to, play opposition. We don't know where our president is, and this is 2026, and somebody is said to have cooked up. I'm a filmmaker. You can record anything from anywhere, and you can cram anything you want to cram. But the reality on ground, yesterday here, just the same yesterday that we got into the year 2026, Christians were slaughtered in Plateau State. The president is nowhere to be found. The issues as raised in his speech, as far as I'm concerned, clearly it's just more like playing to the gallery. Oh, it's 2026. First thing we won't forget that the president has welcomed us, to 2026 with is the new tax law, especially a tax bill that is said to be, the fake one. The president
will come to the
yes,
tax.
no, that's the first thing he said. That's the main topic, and not the so-called speech of the president that is so hollow and empty, especially because the president does not know what the Nigerian people are going through. The figures about foreign reserve, people that will be in power from the world level and all of that, Nigeria is not established from that premise. So you can still see that the president is playing politics already. The issue of word has to do with politics.
Let me just add to that while you're discussing. The president said, quote, "We closed 2025 on a strong note." Now, foreign reserves, $45.4 billion, inflation down to 14.5%. The target was 15%. Stock exchange, 48.12% gain, and then robust GDP.
How well did Nigerian people fare? How did they fare under this holiday period? That's what's important, not these figures that the president is reeling out. How well was it easy for people to travel, mingle with their community, loved ones, and all of that, establish relationship, renew their relationship? How well was it? How possible was it for the Nigerian people to enjoy Christmas? Not the narrative of the president. The president is living large from the day he came into power. He told the Nigerian people to tighten their belt, but he lives like everything is, moving well in our country. And that is why I'm not surprised, with what he has reeled out. And like my party submitted, clearly the president is disconnected from the reality. The main thing from day one that he came into power to play is politics. And that's what is most important to the president. Governance, zero. Tinubu's administration will go down as the near worst president after Muhammadu Buhari's presidency. Because the Muhammadu Buhari presidency, of course, is all APC. Thank God I have an APC man here. If you compare the figures they reeled out, the issue of the exchange rate and all of that.
Mind you, he has not finished his term.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's 2 years
it is
plus.
8 years.
Thank you. It's 8 years.
Hold on, please.
The president.
No, I have my words. I'm there.
Thank you very much.
It is APC. That's what I meant. APC has been in power from 2015. So you cannot differentiate between Muhammad Buhari and Tinubu. They are the same thing. It's the same APC, the same political party. So
you're right.
Let us now discuss the issue of exchange rate that they came up with. And whenever they say, stability in the exchange rate, how? We, PDP, handed over to you when dollar exchange rate was less than 200 naira. So until APC comes back to where we were before they came to power in 2015, they should stop reeling out these figures that don't make sense to the ordinary Nigerian. Right. Until the APC shows the Nigerian people how that when they came into power, that food was not an issue, that insecurity had not escalated to the level where we found ourselves today, that kidnapping and all of that has not become a major booming business in Nigeria. Right. Until APC, shows us all of that, these figures don't make sense at all.
When this thing started, is there any suggestion we do not give to these people to rout out these criminals? Moses, what did you do?
But now there is a
hold on, let's say before America stepped in, what were they doing? Moses, before American stepped in, what was Tinubu doing? You saw how he routed out IPOB and nnamdi and ESN. Two of us. Why didn't he use the same force on these terrorists?
Well, one can say that these guys have just been proscribed a terrorist group.
Look, what action did you take against them before America stepped in? That is the question here. Even at that, listen very well. How can you explain to me that a foreign country is literally invading your country and you left your seats and came for your festival in Lagos State? From there, you took off to Europe. Please, what explanation can anybody tell me that will make sense to me? Up to today, he has not made a statement. When America wanted to take down Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad in Pakistan, Obama was in the situation room. He viewed the whole scenario. He watched it from beginning to the end.
Some Nigerians are saying the president doesn't have to speak. After all, he's not the only one in the presidency.
Why was it? Has he ever spoken before? When he went to Benue, when something happened, listen, when he went to Benue, when something happened there, he could not even call out those who, the 13 had to call him and say, look, Mr. President, this is not a farmer header clash. The man had to tell the president, these are the people causing this problem. He could not call them out. He could not even reprimand them. He could not even sanction them.
Could it be that the president is not privy to some of
As
these,
I'm talking to you now, listen, those who want to cover what is uncoverable. Some terrorists, foreign terrorists are occupying Plateau and Benue villages as I talk to you here now. And the individuals of those villages are living in IDP camp. For how many years now, Mr. Moses? Tell me. The president cannot muster the political will and tell the defense minister and the chief of army staff, go and remove those rascals from those villages so that Benue farmers can return to their home and go back to farm. Oh yeah, explain that to me. Moses, explain that to me. You and those people supporting this evil. Explain it to me that the president is on seat
the questions
and the foreign terrorists invaded his country.
I haven't taken a stance on anything. I'm asking the questions.
The question you are asking now does not add up.
No, I'm asking you the question.
I'm telling you, yes, I'm supporting the same question with my own question. How do you explain that? Please tell me. Can Obama tolerate that in America? That a foreign terrorist, known to everybody, came into your country, sacked the entire part of your country, took over the place, renamed it, took over the homes of your people, the people you swore to defend and protect. And they are living there now for over 10 years. Mr. Moses, please, tell me what this presidency is doing. Tell me. They are trying to make America believe that, yes, so we are doing so. That was why the man got angry. In the first place, have you asked yourself why Donald Trump removed his ambassador in Nigeria? Have you asked yourself? Have you asked yourself? Because if it's a change of ambassador, of course, there will be proper procedure. There will be letter of credence and the new man comes. But this, he withdrew him by force.
14 other African countries.
That of Nigeria, listen, that of Nigeria, I'm talking of Nigeria, yes.
What, I'm just telling you, 14 other African countries were involved.
Hold on. What was the reason for that of Nigeria? Can you tell me? Those African countries, do they have the situation we have here? Did Donald Trump tell you
that it was routine exercise?
Oh my God. I said those African countries you mentioned, do they have the situation we have here? That is the question. I don't want you to compare what is incomparable here. It doesn't add up. This one I told you about Plateau and Benue is not serious, Abi, because you are not in IDP camp.
All right, Barry, so let's
you are not in IDP camp.
Okay.
How do you explain it?
Let's get a balanced view. Let's get Abdul Rahim Adebayo's view on this one. Minister, go ahead.
With due respect to Barrister Darlington, this combativeness in argument does not help the cause of national unity. We should not see our government as, a stranger. A lot of the information Barrister Darlington is giving are baseless, with due respect to him. You are not in government. You don't know how government, processes occur. I mean, the fact that there is war in the north and in several parts of Nigeria does not mean the presidency must grind to a halt. If the president has to attend the foreign conference Does he stop attending it because there is infiltrations and all of that? I mean, by bandits in parts of Nigeria.
Should he go ahead to attend such a conference when Nigerians are dying? Does that show empathy?
Well, you can't believe what you want to believe.
No, I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question. You're taking a combative stance as well. Does it make? If the president decides, if Nigerians are dying, if there are a record of Nigerians dying in their tents,
what is the relevance? With due respect, what is the relevance of the Kanu's trial and all of that with what is happening in the Northwest? What is the relevance which he has?
I think I'm not trying to defend Barrister Darlington here, but I think he was trying to discuss the security at a broader level of things. Talking about insecurity and the crisis in the South. Now, Minister, you are of the position that there is nothing wrong with the president traveling. After all, the heat was on the 25th and he traveled on the 28th. But recall too that Donald Trump has promised that there will be more strikes. Let's create a what-if scenario. Now the president is somewhere in Europe that we don't even know, and there's another strike in another part of Nigeria. Who tells us what happened? Should the president be outside when, like, Nigeria is in the middle of this kind of crisis?
I don't see anything which has reduced from presidential actions in the fact that the president had to travel out.
Okay.
On behalf of Nigeria.
All right.
On behalf of all
right. Now, Minister, I would like to ask you another question. The Nigerian government told us that Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga told us that Nigeria provided intelligence, for the strike. Apparently telling us that, look, they know the movement, of the terrorists and all of their hideouts and where they are, the camps. So what is the value? What has been the value of this intelligence if they had it all this while and they couldn't use it until the United States of America stepped in? Does it give us the impression that, look, the minister was actually telling us?
I don't know whether you are aware that we need arms and ammunition, which even the United States of America over the years have not responded to providing. This is a superpower. You want to buy equipment, arms and ammunition from there, they will dictate where you will use them. There are even insinuations that American government has been part of the people who promoted a lot of the criminals. There are insinuations out there. We had paid for several arms and ammunition which were never provided. I mean, if you know,
I'm sorry, Minister, I hate to butt in at this moment, but you also understand that we had at some point, targeted airstrikes in some of these places, and they were not as precise as what America did. So blaming equipment, lack of equipment.
We are not the ones who produce the equipments for the airstrikes.
But we have been buying to Kano jets, and when we tried to hit, there was a lot of collateral damage.
A lot of time they will not even supply. That is the truth of it.
Minister, I'm sorry, it looks like you don't get my question. My position is this. Nigerian government said they provided intelligence. Now, if we had all this intelligence all this while, why were we not using them? And when we tried to use them, like we saw in some parts of Sokoto and Kebbi, where the Air Force had to strike, and there was a lot of collateral damage because they were not precise. But America did their own, and it was very precise.
Are you certain that Nigeria has equipment which they could use from the Atlantic Ocean and it will hit targets in the northwest of Nigeria? Are you sure of that?
Minister, you were in government. Can you recall? You were in government at some point. Can you recall how much your administration approved, for purchase of military equipment? We have Tucano jets. We have drones that we bought $5 million at least.
I am telling you on good information. If you like, you believe. If you like, you do not believe. That a lot of times you pay for equipment, American government will not even supply them. For reasons best known to them.
No, that is quite indicting. That is quite indicting, because if a nation,
I'm saying it on public.
if a country pays and the supplying nation does not supply, then shouldn't they be taken to international courts or something? So they take the money.
Want to dictate even how you utilize the equipment.
Former minister. So what you're saying is they take the money and they don't supply, and we keep quiet.
They do. I am saying this on public news. You see, you need to know the dynamics, the way the Americans behave.
That is really troubling. That is really troubling. Because even as a businessman, you're ordering something from China or wherever. If they take your money,
they must. Simplistic as that.
Okay.
Ordering arms and ammunition from the US is not as simplistic as
I'm sorry, Minister. Let me quote you, Minister. In this occasion, now in this very intervention, you have said that America will even supply you equipment and tell you how to or how not to use it.
We know there was something similar to that with the Kanu jets, but what they said was, don't use it in the southeast. Use it in the northwestern parts of Nigeria where they know insecurity is taking place. They didn't say don't use it at all. That's a different.
Are you privy to discussions with the Americans on this issue?
Unfortunately,
if you do not know something, don't assume. Don't give the impression that you know everything about it.
No, Minister, you know everything about it.
I have been in government and I know these things happen.
Exactly. That's why I'm wondering that if people like you have been in government and we've been buying equipment from America, we've been paying and we've not been getting it, and we continue to drop a budget.
It's up to you to find out.
And we keep drawing up a budget and we keep paying and we're still not getting. Isn't that troubling?
But that is the situation which happens more often than not with the Americans. I am telling you.
Well, America is not the only nation that supplies equipment. I think we got some from Italy not too long ago.
I'm telling you what happens with the Americans.
With the Americans. All right.
Yes,
Barrister, you have.
In fact, I have a lot to say. I'm not joking. So with this kind of body language, you can see that we are not going to get out of this mess. Seriously. Moses, which other equipment do you need other than the ones we have bought? Buhari ordered that to cannot jet and told us that with it the terrorists are over. When America told them don't use it in the south because there are no terrorists there, you don't know why they dropped it, they are not using it again. Did you see when Buhari criminalized IPOB as the terrorist organization and that of the south and that of the north? You remember? It took him a while. It took him a while. Listen, I'm coming. Please, Prime Minister, please hold on. We cannot go with this narrative. Listen. El-Rufai told you and me that they see them, they talk with them, they know where they are. Is that not a fact? That they listen to their conversation. Gumi told us that he goes into the bush with them and federal government officials used to lead him to those people. They discuss with them, they talk to them. Is that not leading us to where they are? Please listen again, listen. Told Bello have been receiving emissaries from the federal government of Nigeria. And when they are going back from visiting him, he will not say, oh, thank you for coming. You know what? I have some captives with me. Or you take these ones. Go and give your government. In fact, I have some ammunition. So you carry these ones. Go and give him. Please, what kind of is that not the reason why Donald Trump called us a disgraced nation? Tell me any nation that will tolerate this type of thing, and some people are still defending them. Where is that place in Nigeria that this is where that nobody have seen them? Just tell me. Mention that place they are. That Nigerian security agencies, nobody can see them. That we need America to come and help us out. The federal government of Nigeria is complicit in this matter. The facts are there. Let them come and defend themselves. New Rubado have told you severally how these people are selling ammunition to terrorists. Two of us. We are even implicated in arming those people in Kwara State. Two of us. Please, my dear people of Nigeria, when are we going to stand up for the truth so that Nigeria can move forward? You mean this one I talked about Benue and Plateau, it is not in Abi? If the federal government is serious, why would they allow those people to be staying there, Mr. Moses? Just explain to me. Why would they allow those foreign terrorists to be occupying Benue and Plateau village, and some people are defending them? Because it is not in their own village, Abi. No, it is not in their own village. What are they waiting for? No, they cannot give order to the military to go and destroy the people there, Abi. They cannot. Please, I don't want to hear certain things. I don't want to hear it. What kind of defense is this?
Okay. Let's get back to former Minister Adebayo.
Even Bayo told us that he was making a deal with them. The people that came to kidnap those girls in the school. Listen, the chief of defense staff, the minister of defense told us that he will find out who gave the order for those people to leave that place. Up to today, nobody has told us.
Well, I would like to believe that some of that information is classified. Clear what? I would like to believe
it happened in Dapchi.
That they may not.
It happened in Dapchi, Moses. It happened in Dapchi. Remember, the same thing on the day of curfew. These people came all the way. Amnesty International was calling the military. Come on, these people are coming. They're coming. 15 Harlow trucks. They move in a convoy. Came to Dapchi, took all the girls away, and they never answered those phone calls from Amnesty International. And today we are looking for Leah Sharibu. Moses, we are looking for Tia Sharibu because of that thing that happened. And no head road. In a place of curfew, no military, no police, no DSS. On that road, they cleared it on that day. And you are telling me that the federal what? Is that how they behave in the same country?
All right, Barrister Darlington, thank you very much for. Thank you very much. Let's go back to former Minister Adebayo. Now, former Minister. Now, as we get into electioneering, campaigns and the rest, do you foresee, with your knowledge of the political space, do you see this issue of insurgency, banditry, kidnappings? Do you see the possibility of a decline in all of it in the coming months as we approach 2026 and then get into 2027 electioneering?
I want to believe, and I think all Nigerians must be generous in believing, that the armed forces of Nigeria are doing their very best within the circumstances available. And the movements which Mr. President has undertaken recently by removing some people from the Defense Ministry and bringing in an expert in former CDS Musa to the Ministry of Defense would bring in a lot of difference. CDS Musa already has given certain undertaking that he would, hit the ground running. I think we should pray for him and give him time to do the best. I think he will do the best. I have confidence that we will continue to have improvements in the security situation. I didn't see what is going to affect the 2027 election in all that is going on. I believe the insecurity would have been substantially contained in various parts of Nigeria. In the area of Benue and Plateau, what we do see is there is a lot of people who want to take over land for grazing. It is illegal for them to do that. We also have seen disclosures of even pastors in Plateau selling arms and ammunition to criminals. It's been in the news over the years. In Plateau, in Benue, a lot of people. So one of the bad things that the US did was to, create the impression that Christians were particularly targeted. It was not about Christians. In fact, there are more Muslims are being targeted all over and it is not because they are Muslims or Christians that they are being targeted. It is because of greed for what is in their hands.
Okay.
The criminals.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, former minister. Now that's your own position. A lot of people will disagree with you. I would like for us to talk a bit about. We already started talking politics. I'd like for us to talk about politics in your state. I spoke to you on my show, Political Lens, about 2-3 months ago. And at that point, I was like, former minister, what's going on in Oyo State. Can you give us a feel of what's going on? Are you still interested in that position, Agodi House, and all of that? Can you walk us through?
I am interested. I am the most experienced politician who is aspiring for the governorship. If God sanctions it, I would be governor. If God sanctions it.
Okay,
but I leave everything to God.
You leave everything to God. But we hear the current Minister of Power, Adela Abu, say, look, I'm the anointed one. And we hear that there's collaboration between him.
He has not said he's the anointed. Who would have anointed him?
I mean, Minister, I hear that there's collaboration between him, Sheyi Makinde, and the current president. Why you are not in the
far from the truth. Is cheap blackmail. Cheap blackmail. Of course, Adelabu actually said the president has not anointed anybody. Those who fabricated that story about anointing or whatever, it's up to them.
Okay.
Nobody is anointed.
Okay. So but you also said that there were 10 of you at that point that we spoke. You said there were about 10 of you in the APC.
Exactly.
Do we still have that number, or are you guys talking in terms of consensus?
If not more.
Okay. So everybody is going to struggle for a share at the primaries.
Exactly.
And you are very hopeful, according to you, if God willing.
No, I am a very religious person, religiously inclined, and I believe that God is the ultimate person, to sanction what would happen.
Okay. And you are very optimistic that APC is going to win Oyo State in 2020.
That I can take. You can take that to the bank.
Okay.
I mean, APC is very much on ground.
Well, they were not on ground in 2019.
2027, we are prepared.
Were they not on ground in 2019?
Let me tell you, there were circumstances which I don't need to go over. There were circumstances which made him to succeed in 2019 because of mismanagement by the leadership of our party at that time. But that has become history.
Okay.
And
those circumstances prevailed in 2023. And you think they will change in 2027?
Yes, they will not happen again. Those things will not happen again.
Still journalist hangout. BKO, airstrikes neutralized 30 terrorists gathered for a wedding in Zamfara State. But emphasis on the wedding. That's intelligence.
Yes.
Good intelligence, isn't it?
You know, those boys overreach themselves sometimes. You see some of their guests, to be the beautiful guests that they parade. There too, they are coming on social media now. You see videos. Have you not seen bandits showing even the ransom that they were paid?
Yes.
So increasingly they do these weddings, and all that. So I guess they got actionable intelligence that they were going to do a wedding. So they just went there and dropped a weapon on them. Just we don't need to waste too much.
Absolutely.
These thing bombs on this. We just drop a few rockets. It will do the job. But bombs are very expensive now. Some bombs are you buy them for about 8,000 euros. It's a lot of money.
Wow.
Just to kill a bunch of idiots. It doesn't really make any sense. I am happy because that area is along the border with Kaduna.
Okay.
It's Safi, local government. It's my friend Nora's local government, but it's in Zamfara State.
Okay.
So you can see they came from places like Kankara and Katsina, and some other parts of Zamfara as well. Paskari, also in Katsina. Bandits are running rampant in those areas. Yes. Okay. So they came, converged for the wedding, and the beds dropped some excrement on them. So kudos to the Air Force, because we need to deal with these people. And if we continue with the intensity, you'll see that they'll start calling for amnesty again. That's what Bello 2G does. Anytime you see Bello 2G talking about amnesty, it's because he's feeling the heat. So our people should not listen to him. He can do peace deals,
return
in piecemeal
weapons,
with people. Generally, they should not listen to him. They should just sustain the momentum so that we get, we'll smoke these people out completely. Well, I know it's difficult because it's now a big business. Look at Kwara now. Before now, Kwara was totally safe for bandits. So there is a bandit group, the Mahmudawa, who have now moved into
Kwara.
That place along the border with
Niger.
This Barutin people.
Okay.
Yes, you know, it's also close to Niger State, the Bogu area of Niger.
Okay, Bogu area. Okay.
Yes, which used to be part of Kwara. Those guys are occupying that area now. You cannot, they determine when you fell trees. They take money from you for felling trees. You pay them to go to markets.
For farming.
Sometimes they arrest Muslim clerics and tell them that they are not preaching proper Islam. So these guys, it's just unfortunate the way these boys are overreaching themselves.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
I mean, what impact is this operation, expected to have on the security situation in Zamfara and, the other north and the neighboring states?
We just should tell them that Nigeria wants them to do more. Go this trajectory, go this way, and everybody will begin, to clap for the Nigerian military. We've suffered for too long, in the hands of Boko Haram, bandits, terrorists, all of that.
Do you think there should be a follow-up ground operation, to clear the remnants, to stop them from regrouping?
That's a difficult thing because if you know the landmass we are talking about and the numerical strength of our security forces is not, that's not the only place they can put everybody on. So what they should show them that if you have intelligence and work on them, believe me, most of your efforts will not be wasted. You can be in the bush ransacking. It's a large expanse of land, but through intelligence, through technology, a lot can be done. This one that was done was aided by technology and intelligence. So when you have intelligence and you use precision technology as was done here, that is the kind of thing we want. Eat these bandits in the way they can never recover.
I mean, it's a wedding. So it was precise, like precision.
Yes, that's the kind. So, and I think it will boost the morale of the, security forces, involved in the operations. And if you do this in Kwara, you do this in Niger, you do this in Zamfara, you do it, by the time we're having it, as we move to the general elections in 2027, we may not even need to go to the IDPs to seek people to come and vote. Maybe people will be free not to go back to their ancestral homes.
Absolutely.
That's what we want, not a situation whereby we say we are looking for this, we are looking for... Nigeria has the capability to destroy the criminal. Yes. The Nigerian military can do it, and not only the military, all other security forces can join hands. Not only by all of them going to the bush, no, even in intelligence.
Exactly.
There is the DSS,
I believe they are in every local government.
The military, the police, with enough intelligence to do the right thing. And when you hit the criminals in areas where, everybody will be happy.
Absolutely. I'm sure this is also good work from the NSA. Just recently came up with pictures of people.
Yes, they killed a lot of the bandit leaders. But just like it happens with these terrorist groups, as you kill their leaders, others emerge.
Kill one,
even when people talk about Bello Tuji, Bello Tuji is not the most dangerous bandit. I've always said that. Even not even in the area where he's
the NSA has said that many times.
So even if we take him out,
the NSA always, refer to him like his social media kind of.
Yes, others don't really.
They are the deadliest.
Yes.
The deadliest
people
are
they are not interested in social media. You don't see them.
They are the deadliest ones don't make noise.
They are not interested in social media, but this one, because of his social media presence, the other day he killed one of these volunteers, and he posted it. Others don't do that, and they are deadlier than him, deadlier. So you kill Bello Tuji, it's not the end of the world. You discover that there are others who are even more dangerous.
It's a good one that intelligence is improving. That it's.
So guys, some of these northerners are saying that not only Tinubu should be let go from Aso Rock, even Akpabio and Abbas do not want to return to the National Assembly. Like this guy who is from the north said, voting out Bola Tinubu isn't enough. Abbas and Akpabio deserve the same treatment. So guys, this is what this guy is saying, and let me share with you some of the reactions from Nigerians. Like this person here tweeted, okay, this person showcased a tweet from another person that says, it's been established that proven beyond doubt that Mr. Peter Obi didn't build any school. Okay, he's just trying to criticize Peter Obi, which is not what I'm here for. I just want to take you through some of the reactions that have come from this post. Then this person here now said, okay, the same canoe where they enter come, now they go enter go. We no do again. Another person say, no one will escape 2027. All of them are going. Peter Obi is coming. This one here say they all deserve to be arrested and jailed for their atrocities towards Nigerians. And this one here says these two must be held accountable. So guys, Nigerians are saying, okay, this person said Akpabio is the problem, not Abbas. This person, who voted for Akpabio? Another person say, they are not representing your constituency. As for Akpabio, his people will surely vote for him. And this person said, that's true, so they can have enough time to attend to their heads abroad. So Nigerians are saying that Akpabio and Abbas should not dare come out. In short, Nigerians need to really come up with this resolve that none of these APC members should find his or her way back to power, because where we are today is the APC. The only problem we have is how to even verify the genuine people who really want to see this country succeed. Because what did we see in the last election? People came in and just, took advantage of the obedient movement. They came into power, and then what do we see? What did we see? We saw them defecting, That alone gives a very red signal that you don't just come and vote anyhow. Because see, these people, they don't sign. It does not concern them what your plights are. They don't sign, honestly. They don't sign what people are going through. And that is why they just... That is why they are just doing what they are doing, because they believe that, they know how to get themselves back to power. But Nigerians are saying enough of all this. We can start getting things done aright in Nigeria. I'm just going to take you through more reactions now. This is Venezuela. For years, the Church of Venezuela has been fasting, praying and crying out to God for deliverance. The removal of Maduro was an answer to prayer. That's what this person is saying. So guys, the joy in Venezuela is something else. The happiness, the joy, you can just sense it from the people, that these people have had enough of what was happening to them. Now, you must have heard that Trump has arrested the Venezuelan Trump has arrested the president of Venezuela. Now, let me show you how some Nigerians are reacting. This person said, dear New York City and America, this is a kind of warmth of collectivism I can support. Group prayer in the streets of Venezuela. And then this person said, I woke up today on my birthday, and what wonderful news. God bless America. And then another person here said, God bless you. So people are just happy, you know, just for you to know that, hey, that they've really had enough. People have had enough, and they feel Trump is just a messiah. But guess what? It's even some Nigerians who are crying foul to Donald Trump, you know, coming to rescue the people of Venezuela. The Venezuelan people are very happy. Now, this person said the Venezuelan people must arm themselves to defend their on ground and above ground resources and launch an armed resistance against the US and its collaborators. And then another person says, God is faithful. Delay is not denial. Venezuela will rise again. Another person says, January 3rd will forever be known in Venezuela as its Liberation Day. This other person here says, God bless Saint Trump and the United States military. These are people, Venezuelans, rejoicing. This person said God is using US, that's the White House, as his proxy. God bless all. Psalm 91 daily. Hey, now what really happened? The president accepted the deal but knew that the backlash he would have received if he surrendered. So there was a wink and a nod for him to take with force, hoping there wouldn't be backlash from the cartels on his family. Great things in Venezuela. Hallelujah. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Donald Trump. Hexec and troops involved. So guys, it's really so shocking that these people are just thanking Donald Trump for coming to their rescue, you know. And that's why people are saying Tinubu should dare not play with Trump, because when Trump says I'm coming with gun blazing, hey, it may seem as if Trump does not mean his word, but that doesn't mean he's not coming. You know, that doesn't mean he's not coming. So we all must fight to end terrorism. Our only problem here is terrorism. Let's end terrorism so that Nigeria can become a better place for each and every one of us to stay. So guys, let me know your thought on this in the comment section below. What do you think about what's going on currently in Venezuela? The United States has arrested the president and has accused him of running a drug-related gang with his inner caucus, you know, and then that may be the end of that man, you know. And Trump said he's going to be running the country until a capable hand takes over from the United States. So guys, let's see how all this play out. But you know that people are very happy that this has happened to their president. I mean the people of Venezuela. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.